I'm Bonnie Kempke. Welcome to my studio and welcome to Quilting on a Thread. Today I'm going to experiment with another way of doing a sand fill, if you will. So I've already gone in and laid in my feather work. And I want to surround my feather work with some very tight stitching. We often call it sand filling. And I'm going to bring you over to my machine, change the orientation of the camera, and let you see me doing some sand fill. I hope this will help you out. Be back soon. Okay, I'm back, and we can already see that I've laid in my feathers and I've begun some of my sand fill. So I'm going to put you on hold again because I don't want you to hear my machine working. It's going to be pretty loud because you're right here next to my machine. So I'm going to cut the tape and restart again, and we're just going to see the stitching work. Now, what you saw me doing here was a lot of tight little circles and going back and forth over and over and over those circles so that everything looks very random, but being very careful as I get into these corners and into these, the little divoted areas to get as close as I can without interrupting the feathering seam. And I will go back and forth over these edges a couple of times to make sure that I did indeed get into the fill areas and fill them in appropriately, so that what that causes to happen is that causes the feather to pop out on a lovely background of sand. So I'm going to go ahead and cut and get back to you here momentarily. Okay, so I'm back, and one of the things I like to point out about my technique for sand filling, I like doing the sand filling with little bitty spirals going back and forth over themselves, because I feel like that gives the sand a more random appearance. Now, there are people who will do sand fill just like thread painting and cross hatching of thread painting. There's nothing wrong with that. It's how you feel comfortable. Now, before I had my Cutie frame and my Unique 19, when I was doing sand fill on the background of something on my domestic machine sitting down at a table, I often did that back and forth hash marking. So I would go back and forth, and then I would go up and down. And that was a lot easier for me to do on a domestic sitting down. But now that I'm on my Cutie frame and I'm using my Unique, I've found that the appearance of the little bitty circles is so much easier to lay down on my quilt body, and I really, really like the appearance of this so much more. So that's my experience with doing sand fill. I hope that helps you out in your quilting journey. Just remember that there are no right or wrong ways to do the things that you want to do on your particular quilt. There are ways that many find convenient, but the way that you do it is the best way for you. You have a great day and quilt on. Bye-bye.